Have you ever felt like life's just constantly throwing curveballs at you? Imagine if you could find inner peace and strength, no matter what chaos swirls around you. What if I told you that this isn't just a dream, but a reality that has been mastered and taught over 2,000 years ago and still applies today? That's right. Today we're diving into the ancient yet incredibly relevant world of Stoicism, an approach to life that can turn your greatest challenges into your most empowering assets. If you've ever found yourself struggling with uncertainty, feeling overwhelmed by emotions, or just trying to find a bit of calm in the stormy weather of daily life, then stick around. Today's video isn't just another talk, it's a transformative journey. Together, we'll unlock the Stoic secrets to maintaining tranquility and resilience in a world that often seems like it's trying to test us at every turn. So, let's explore how to harness these timeless principles to not just survive, but thrive in the modern world. Before we dive into the secrets of Stoicism, don't forget to subscribe, share, and like this video, and make sure you watch it all the way through without skipping. Every moment is packed with insights that could change your life. 1. Focus on what's in your control. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Marcus Aurelius. Let's kick off with a situation that might ring a bell for many of you. Picture this. You're stuck in a sea of cars, late for an important meeting, and the clock just doesn't seem to care about your stress. Sound familiar? But here's where we spin that frustration on its head with a bit of Stoic wisdom. Stoicism, a philosophy rooted deep in the sands of ancient Greece and Rome, teaches us to zero in on what we can control. The truth is, no amount of fretting will part the traffic like the Red Sea. What you can control, however, is your reaction to this test of patience. Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, famously said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." When you're stuck in traffic, this principle teaches us that our frustration is not caused by the traffic itself, but by our reaction to it. You cannot clear the road, but you can clear your mind. By choosing not to let the situation disturb your inner peace, you're practicing Stoicism in a practical, impactful way. Why not flip this frustrating delay into an opportunity? Turn on that audiobook you've been meaning to finish, or let some calming music wash over you. This simple shift in focus from the uncontrollable to the controllable can drastically cut down your stress levels and even transform your dreaded wait into a rare moment of me time. It's all about choosing your response, which, believe it or not, is a complete game changer. This shift in focus, from what's out of your control to what's in your control, can dramatically change your experience of the situation. It's not just about reducing stress. It's about reclaiming your power in situations that seem powerless. By choosing your response, you're not just passively enduring the traffic, you're actively managing your reaction to it. This is a game changer because it applies to more than just traffic jams. It's a way of viewing the world that can transform your everyday life. When we begin to apply this Stoic principle to other aspects of our lives, be it work challenges, personal relationships, or unexpected setbacks, we start to see a real change in how we perceive problems and stressors. Instead of being obstacles, they become opportunities to practice patience, resilience, and flexibility. Embracing what we can control and letting go of what we can't doesn't diminish the challenges we face. Rather, it empowers us to face them with a new mindset. This is the essence of Stoicism, understanding that while we cannot control all the external events in our lives, we have total control over our internal landscape, and that is where true strength lies. You might wonder, what other everyday irritations can I tackle with this Stoic approach? Keep watching, because next we're going to dive into how Stoicism can help us handle criticisms at work with grace and resilience. Imagine turning every piece of feedback into a stepping stone towards personal excellence. Stay tuned as we explore that next. Remember, the essence of Stoicism isn't just in understanding the philosophy, but in applying it. As we proceed, I'll continuously circle back to our key themes, ensuring that by the end of our time together, you'll be equipped to face life's chaos with a cool head and a steady heart. Let's dive deeper and turn those philosophical gears in our next section. Don't go anywhere. 2. Embracing obstacles as opportunities. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Marcus Aurelius. Moving on to our next topic, let's tackle how we deal with obstacles. Imagine this. You've been applying for jobs, but all you're getting back are rejections. It's completely natural to feel discouraged, maybe even a little hopeless, after receiving one rejection after another. But what if we shift our perspective a bit? What if we see each rejection not just as a setback, but as a signal pointing us towards something we need to improve or change? This approach is at the heart of Stoicism, which teaches us to view obstacles not as impenetrable barriers, but as valuable opportunities for growth and learning. Stoic philosophy encourages us to ask ourselves, what can I learn from this? Is there a skill I need to develop further? Could I try a different strategy in my next application, or perhaps refine how I present my existing skills? The Stoics, thinkers like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, were big on the idea that every challenge holds the seed of an equal or greater benefit, if only we are willing to look for it. For instance, Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." In modern terms, every rejection can help to redirect your efforts more effectively. If feedback suggests your interview skills could be sharper, this obstacle becomes your cue to seek out coaching or practice with friends. If it's your resume that's lacking, here's your chance to overhaul it and make it shine. By adopting this Stoic mindset, you begin to transform your approach to life's hurdles. Instead of seeing a series of closed doors, you start to see each rejection as a guidepost, directing you to the areas where you can improve and become more competitive. It's about taking control where you can, your personal development and response to feedback, and using that control to propel yourself forward. Moreover, this Stoic principle of turning obstacles into opportunities doesn't just apply to job hunting. It's relevant to all aspects of life, from personal setbacks to professional challenges. Whenever you encounter a difficulty, big or small, you have a choice. You can view it as a hindrance, or you can see it as a chance to adapt and grow stronger. So next time you face a rejection, pause and reflect. What is this obstacle teaching me? How can I use this experience as a stepping stone to better myself? This change in perspective might not only lead you to a successful job application, but also to significant personal and professional growth that you hadn't anticipated. As we continue to explore the practical applications of Stoic philosophy, keep in mind how these ancient ideas can be incredibly empowering in our modern lives. By learning to embrace obstacles as opportunities, you not only overcome them more effectively, but also pave the way for future successes, equipped with wisdom and resilience that were honed by overcoming the very challenges you once viewed as setbacks. 3. Living in the present moment. Have you ever caught yourself mindlessly scrolling through your phone during dinner, barely tasting your meal, or thinking about the next day's tasks while walking your dog, hardly noticing your surroundings? It's a common experience in our fast-paced world, but let's pause and consider a different approach, focusing on the now. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that has much to teach us about happiness, emphasizes the importance of living in the moment. Living in the present isn't just about paying attention, it's about fully engaging with the activities and experiences occurring right now. For instance, when you're eating, really taste your food. Notice the richness of flavors, the texture, and how each bite makes you feel. This isn't just about enjoying food more, it's about transforming a mundane act into a moment of joy and connection with your senses. Similarly, when you walk, pay attention to the sensations of your movements. Feel your feet touch the ground, listen to the rhythm of your breath, and observe the environment around you. This mindfulness in simple activities not only enriches your immediate experience, but also reduces the clutter of past regrets and future anxieties cluttering your mind. Why is this important? Because as the Stoics teach us, worrying about the past or the future is futile. We can't change what's already happened, and we can't predict what will happen. But we can control our thoughts and actions in the present moment. This shift in focus is profoundly liberating and leads to a more appreciative and fulfilled life. But let's take this a step further. Imagine the last time you had a conversation where both you and the other person were completely present. No distractions, just a genuine, engaging interaction. These are the moments where bonds are strengthened and memories are made. By being fully present, you deepen your relationships and enhance your interactions. Remember, every moment of mindfulness is a step toward a happier, more centered life. So, next time you catch yourself drifting into the past or future, gently guide your attention back to the present. It's a simple yet powerful tool for living a more joyful life. Let's embrace this journey together, exploring how ancient wisdom can address modern challenges, making each day a little brighter and more fulfilling. 4. Building self-discipline. Imagine walking through your favorite store, spotting an item you've been eyeing for a while now. It's right there, on sale, tempting you. You reach out, ready to add it to your cart. But then, you pause. You ask yourself, do I really need this or do I just want it? This moment, this pause, is the essence of what Stoicism teaches us about self-discipline. It's not about cutting out all desires or living a Spartan life. It's about aligning your actions with your long-term goals, like saving money or investing in your future happiness over immediate gratification. Stoicism, a philosophical tradition that dates back to ancient Greece and Rome, provides us with tools to manage our desires and act according to what we truly value. Every time you decide to skip an unnecessary purchase, you're practicing self-discipline. This isn't just about saving a few dollars, it's about cultivating a habit of making choices that support your most significant aspirations. Think about the last time you made a decision that felt truly aligned with your long-term goals. Maybe you chose to study for an upcoming exam instead of going out with friends. Or perhaps you decided to cook a healthy meal at home instead of ordering takeout. These choices might seem small in the moment, but they are profound exercises in self-discipline. As we explore the concept of self-discipline further, consider this. What are the areas in your life where you could practice more self-control? How might your life improve if you made decisions that were consistently aligned with your long-term goals? These questions aren't just rhetorical. They invite you to engage deeply with the Stoic practice of self-discipline. Building self-discipline also involves recognizing the difference between needs and wants, a distinction that can profoundly affect our decision-making. By understanding what we genuinely need as opposed to what we momentarily desire, we can make decisions that are not only wise, but also contribute to our long-term well-being and happiness. So, how can we start building better self-discipline? It begins with small, consistent choices. Each time you make a decision that aligns with your long-term goals, you strengthen your self-discipline. Over time, these choices add up and become a natural part of your daily routine. They gradually shape your life's trajectory, steering you towards achieving your most cherished goals and living a life that reflects your true self. Self-discipline, as taught by Stoicism, isn't about restriction. It's about empowerment. It's about having the strength to make choices that align with your deepest values and goals, thereby crafting a life of genuine fulfillment and purpose. In our next section, we'll dive into how modern psychology supports these ancient Stoic practices and offers additional insights into why they work. So, stay tuned, and remember, each choice you make is a brick in the foundation of the life you're building. Make sure those bricks are laid with intention and purpose. Nesam Kinti. 5. Developing emotional resilience. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Epictetus. As we delve into the concept of emotional resilience, it's crucial to understand how Stoicism equips us to handle the inevitable ups and downs of life. Emotional resilience isn't about preventing emotions or ignoring them. Rather, it's about managing our responses to those emotions effectively, especially in challenging situations. Let's break this down. Imagine you're facing a significant setback at work. Perhaps a project you've poured your heart into doesn't pan out as you hoped. It's natural to feel a surge of disappointment, frustration, or even anger. These feelings are a normal part of being human. However, Stoicism offers a powerful tool set for dealing with these emotions. It teaches us that while we can't always control what happens to us, we can control how we react to what happens. The process starts by recognizing and acknowledging your emotions. This means not shying away from or suppressing your feelings, but rather observing them as they are. For example, you might say to yourself, "I feel really disappointed by this outcome," or "I'm feeling angry." This simple act of noticing and naming your emotions is a form of mindfulness that helps prevent these feelings from overwhelming you. Next, Stoicism encourages us to ask ourselves why we feel this way and whether our reaction is helpful or proportionate to the situation. This is where rational thinking comes in. By assessing our emotions through the lens of reason, we can decide if our initial feelings are guiding us toward productive actions or if they need to be recalibrated. This might mean re-evaluating the situation to find learning points or alternative solutions instead of stewing in unhelpful bitterness or sadness. Consider the wisdom of Epictetus, who famously said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This perspective is at the heart of developing emotional resilience. By choosing our responses, we exercise a form of mental discipline that aligns with our long-term goals and values, rather than reacting impulsively based on fleeting emotions. Now let's think about how this applies to daily life. Each time you encounter a stressful or upsetting situation, you have the opportunity to practice this Stoic approach. Ask yourself, what can I control in this scenario? Often the answer is your own response. You can choose to respond in a way that reduces conflict, fosters learning, and builds relationships, rather than one that might exacerbate stress or lead to regret. As we move forward, consider how embracing Stoic practices might change not just how you handle specific emotional challenges, but also how it might enhance your overall approach to life. Stoicism doesn't promise a life without pain or sadness. Rather, it offers the tools to navigate life's complexities with grace and strength. By developing emotional resilience, you're not just surviving difficult times, but thriving through them. You learn to see every challenge as an opportunity to grow stronger and wiser. So, as you reflect on this discussion, think about areas in your life where you could benefit from greater emotional resilience. How might a Stoic approach help you transform challenges into stepping stones for personal development? 6. Memento Mori, remember you will die. The Stoic reminder. Memento Mori, which translates to remember you will die, might initially strike you as a bit dark. However, this concept serves as a profound wake-up call, urging us to live our lives with intention and focus on what truly matters. Let's explore how this seemingly somber maxim can actually enhance our appreciation for life and help us prioritize our most cherished values and relationships. Imagine you had a clock that didn't show the time of day, but counted down the remaining years of your life. How would you choose to spend today? This thought exercise brings the essence of Memento Mori to life. It's not about dwelling on death, but about using the awareness of life's impermanence as a catalyst to make the most out of every moment. Consider this. How often do we put off calling a friend, starting a passion project, or telling our loved ones how much they mean to us? We think there's always tomorrow, but Memento Mori reminds us that tomorrow is not guaranteed. This perspective encourages us to live more fully in the present and engage deeply with the people and activities that bring us joy and fulfillment. Think about what's truly important to you. Is it spending time with family, working on personal growth, or perhaps making a difference in your community? Reflecting on these questions can shift how you prioritize your time and energy. Every decision, from the mundane to the significant, can be informed by the awareness that our time is finite. Reflect on the times when you felt most alive and fulfilled. These moments are often centered around deep connections, personal achievements, or profound joy. These are the experiences Memento Mori encourages us to pursue with greater frequency. It's about making the most of the now, not out of fear of running out of time, but out of a desire to live fully within the time we have. Furthermore, embracing Memento Mori can also help us handle life's inevitable challenges with greater composure. When faced with difficulties, reminding ourselves of the bigger picture, that our time here is limited, can shift our response to these challenges. Instead of reacting with overwhelming stress or despair, we can approach problems with a calmer, more balanced perspective, focusing on solutions and growth rather than setbacks. So, as you go about your day, think about how Memento Mori might influence the choices you make. Are you focusing enough on the people and passions that truly matter to you? Are there changes you might want to make to ensure that your time is spent meaningfully? Remember, this Stoic reminder is not about the end, but about enhancing every moment leading up to it, ensuring a life well lived, filled with purpose and joy. In our next discussion, we'll explore how these Stoic practices not only enhance personal happiness, but also strengthen our relationships and communities. Stay tuned as we continue to uncover the timeless wisdom of Stoicism and its relevance in our modern lives. 7. Practicing gratitude. Stoicism, a philosophy rooted in practical wisdom, strongly encourages the practice of gratitude. This isn't just about saying thank you. It's a deeper, more reflective practice that can fundamentally shift how we perceive our day-to-day lives. Let's delve into how integrating gratitude into our routine can transform our focus and significantly enhance our overall mood and outlook on life. The practice is simple, yet profound. Each night, take a few moments to think of 3 things you were grateful for during the day. These don't have to be groundbreaking events. The power of gratitude often lies in recognizing the beauty of small moments. Perhaps you enjoyed a particularly good cup of coffee, had a meaningful conversation with a friend, or simply enjoyed the feeling of sunshine on your face. It could even be gratitude for overcoming a challenge or learning something new. What this does is shift your focus from what might have gone wrong or what you don't have, to appreciating what is right in your life. This shift is subtle but powerful. By consistently focusing on positive aspects, you essentially rewire your brain to notice the good more often, which can lead to a significant boost in mood. This isn't just Stoic philosophy. Modern psychological research supports the benefits of regular gratitude practices, linking them to improved mental health and greater emotional resilience. Moreover, gratitude helps cultivate a positive environment, not only within but also around us. When we express gratitude to others, we not only uplift ourselves, but also strengthen our relationships. Appreciating the small acts of kindness and support from others encourages a culture of reciprocity and deeper connection. Imagine the impact of acknowledging a colleague's help or a partner's thoughtfulness regularly. These moments of appreciation build bonds and foster a supportive network, which is invaluable. But the practice of gratitude isn't always easy, especially on difficult days when things seem to be going wrong. It's on these days, however, that gratitude can be most impactful. By finding elements to be grateful for in the midst of challenges, we can maintain a balanced perspective and keep ourselves grounded in what truly matters. So tonight, as you prepare to end your day, take a moment to reflect on 3 things you're grateful for. Make this a regular practice. Over time, you may find that this simple act not only brightens your evenings, but also transforms your approach to each new day. You'll start noticing more moments of joy, more reasons for gratitude, and this positive momentum can carry you through life with a lighter, more joyful heart. In our next discussion, we'll explore how these moments of gratitude can lead to greater contentment and peace, further delving into how Stoicism provides practical tools for a fulfilling life. Stay tuned as we continue to uncover the subtle yet profound ways in which ancient wisdom enriches modern living. 8. Focusing on personal excellence. Focusing on personal excellence is a fundamental aspect of Stoicism that encourages us to strive towards being the best versions of ourselves. This concept goes beyond merely achieving success in conventional terms. It's about aligning our actions with our deepest values and continuously improving in aspects of our lives that truly matter to us. Personal excellence begins with setting goals that reflect your personal values. Whether these goals are related to your career, relationships, health, or personal growth, they should resonate with what you genuinely believe is important. This alignment ensures that your efforts are meaningful and that you remain motivated even when challenges arise. Stoicism teaches us that the journey towards personal excellence isn't about achieving a state of perfection. Instead, it's about the commitment to continual improvement and learning from each experience. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most renowned Stoic philosophers, often emphasized the importance of self-reflection in this process. He advocated for an honest assessment of one's actions and thoughts at the end of each day, not to berate oneself for mistakes, but to identify areas for improvement and to celebrate small victories. By focusing on personal excellence, you commit to a path of self-improvement that is sustainable and rewarding. It's about understanding that every day presents new opportunities to learn and grow. For instance, if you're working towards becoming more patient, every frustrating situation becomes a chance to practice and refine this virtue. If your goal is to be healthier, each meal and every bout of exercise is a step in the right direction. Furthermore, Embracing personal excellence means being proud of your progress, no matter how incremental it may seem. This pride isn't derived from comparing yourself to others, but from knowing that you are living according to your values and are a little better today than you were yesterday. It's about recognizing the effort and dedication you've put into your journey, which in itself is a significant achievement. Incorporating the pursuit of personal excellence into your daily life requires regular reflection and adjustment. It might involve setting weekly, monthly, or yearly goals and regularly checking in with yourself to assess progress. It's also helpful to keep a journal or a log where you can note down successes and areas for improvement. As we explore this concept further, think about what personal excellence means to you. What are the values that you hold dear? How can you align your daily actions more closely with these values? Reflect on these questions and consider how a Stoic approach can help you not only set meaningful goals, but also find joy and satisfaction in the pursuit of these goals. In our next session, we will delve deeper into strategies for maintaining this focus on personal excellence amidst life's inevitable ups and downs, ensuring that your pursuit of excellence remains a source of fulfillment and growth. 9. Not caring what others think. Let's talk about something many of us struggle with: worrying about what others think. It's so common to get caught up in seeking approval or validation from others, isn't it? But here's where Stoicism comes in with a powerful lesson. It's all about focusing on your own actions and beliefs. Your worth isn't determined by the opinions of others, but by your integrity and the way you choose to live your life. Think about it for a moment. How often have you held back from doing something you truly wanted because you were worried about what others might think? Maybe it was pursuing a passion, expressing your true feelings, or making a decision that wasn't conventional. Stoicism encourages us to break free from this cycle of seeking external validation and instead to stay true to ourselves. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, often reflected on the importance of staying grounded in one's principles regardless of external pressures. He believed that true happiness and fulfillment come from living in accordance with our own values, rather than trying to meet the expectations of others. Now, this doesn't mean disregarding feedback or shutting yourself off from the perspectives of others. It's essential to remain open-minded and receptive to constructive criticism. However, the key is not to let external opinions dictate your sense of self-worth or the choices you make in life. Imagine how liberating it would feel to live authentically, guided by your own moral compass rather than by the ever-changing opinions of others. It's about finding a sense of inner peace and confidence that isn't dependent on external validation. This shift in mindset can lead to a greater sense of self-assurance and a deeper connection with your true values and aspirations. So the next time you catch yourself worrying about what others might think, remember the wisdom of Stoicism. Your worth comes from your integrity, your actions, and your commitment to living in alignment with your values. Embrace the freedom that comes from focusing on what truly matters to you, and watch as your sense of self-confidence and fulfillment grows. 10. Accepting change. In the ever-evolving landscape of life, change is one constant that we can always count on. While it's natural to resist the unfamiliar or unexpected, Stoicism offers a refreshing perspective that can help us not just cope with change, but embrace it. According to Stoic philosophy, change is not just an inevitable part of life, but also a vital one, presenting opportunities for growth and new experiences. Stoicism teaches us that our resistance to change often stems from a desire to maintain control over our environment and circumstances. However, the Stoic approach encourages us to recognize that true control lies not in trying to shape the world to our preferences, but in adapting ourselves to what the world brings our way. By accepting change, we align ourselves with the natural flow of life, which can lead to a profound sense of peace and resilience. Imagine you're facing a significant change, perhaps a move to a new city, a shift in your career path, or even changes within personal relationships. These situations can be daunting and stir up feelings of uncertainty and discomfort. However, embracing Stoic principles means viewing each change not as a disruption, but as a chance to explore new possibilities. It's an opportunity to grow, to learn new things about ourselves, and to test our flexibility and strength. This acceptance doesn't happen overnight. It requires practice and mindfulness. It involves reminding ourselves regularly that change is part of life's natural rhythm. A useful Stoic exercise is to reflect on the changes you've already experienced in your life and consider how they have shaped you into the person you are today. More often than not, you'll find that some of the most beneficial and transformative periods of your life came from changes that were initially challenging. Moreover, Stoicism doesn't just help us accept change, but also to appreciate it. By focusing on the present and taking each day as it comes, we can find joy and gratitude in the midst of transition. We learn to appreciate the dynamic nature of life and find value in the journey itself, not just the destination. So, as you encounter change in your own life, try to see it through a Stoic lens, as something natural, inevitable, and enriching. Consider how this change can open doors to new opportunities and ways of seeing the world. With this mindset, you'll not only navigate changes more smoothly, but you'll also discover the peace and stability that come from knowing you can handle whatever comes your way. 11. Practicing compassion and empathy. Stoicism, often perceived as a philosophy focused on personal resilience and emotional control, also deeply values the importance of compassion and empathy towards others. This broader aspect of Stoicism reminds us that our journey through life is not solitary. We are part of a community, and our ability to understand and empathize with others not only strengthens these social bonds, but also enriches our own lives. Practicing compassion means actively striving to understand others' feelings and experiences, especially when they differ from our own. It involves more than mere tolerance. It's about genuinely seeking to see the world through another person's eyes and heart. Empathy goes a step further, as it involves not only understanding another person's situation, but also feeling what they feel. This can be challenging, especially when it requires us to extend kindness to those who we feel may not deserve it, or when we must reach out to those who are very different from us. Stoicism teaches us that every human being has worth and dignity, an idea that fuels our drive to practice empathy and compassion. For the Stoics, virtues like justice and kindness are not just personal ethics, they are social responsibilities. Marcus Aurelius, for instance, emphasized the idea of humans as social beings, meant to live not for themselves but in harmony with others. He believed that our actions should contribute positively to the collective well-being, reinforcing the notion that personal virtue is incomplete without extending kindness and understanding to others. Imagine the impact on your community if each person took a moment to consider the struggles of others before reacting, or if we all took the time to support someone going through a tough time, even if their troubles don't directly affect us. Such actions build a strong, interconnected community where empathy and support are the norm, rather than the exception. Moreover, practicing compassion and empathy also has a profound effect on our own well-being. Engaging empathetically with others can reduce feelings of loneliness, isolation, and anxiety. It can enhance our sense of connection to the world around us and make our own problems seem more manageable. When we help others, we often gain a new perspective on our own lives, and acts of kindness can boost our mood and improve our mental health. However, extending compassion and empathy isn't always easy, especially when faced with difficult or confrontational situations. It requires patience, practice, and sometimes a conscious effort to set aside our judgments and preconceptions. A helpful Stoic practice is to remind ourselves that just like us, everyone else is also trying to navigate their path through life's challenges, often doing the best they can with the knowledge and resources available to them. So, as we continue to explore Stoic principles, consider how you might increase your capacity for empathy and compassion in your daily interactions. Think about small steps you can take to make someone else's day a little brighter, or ways you might help alleviate someone else's burden. By doing so, you're not only contributing to the well-being of others, but also cultivating a richer, more meaningful life for yourself. 12. Reflecting and reviewing regularly. As we wrap up our exploration of Stoic principles, let's focus on a practice that is crucial yet often overlooked: regular reflection. Stoicism doesn't just teach us how to think or act in the moment. It also emphasizes the importance of looking back and contemplating our actions and decisions. This process of reflection is vital because it helps us learn from our experiences and continually grow. Consider making it a daily routine to take a few moments each evening to think back over your day. Ask yourself, what went well? What didn't? What could I have done differently? This isn't about dwelling on mistakes or berating yourself for missed opportunities. Rather, it's about objectively assessing your day to identify both your successes and areas where you might improve. This kind of reflection helps you acknowledge your strengths and address your weaknesses. For example, perhaps you had a conversation that didn't go as planned. Reflecting on this, you might realize that while your intentions were good, your delivery might have been better. This realization is a valuable opportunity to think about how you might communicate more effectively in the future. Or maybe you'll look back on a successful project at work and identify the actions that led to that success, which can then be replicated and adapted in future projects. Regular reflection also encourages a deeper understanding of your own behavioral patterns and responses. It allows you to see whether your actions are aligning with your broader life goals and Stoic principles. Are you practicing kindness, patience, and integrity? Are you responding to challenges with resilience and perspective? By asking these questions regularly, you ensure that your daily actions reflect your deeper values. Furthermore, this practice of self-review fosters a mindset of continuous improvement. It shifts your focus from a fixed mindset of "I am as I am" to a growth mindset of "I can always improve." This shift is powerful. It propels you forward, encouraging lifelong learning and personal development. Incorporating regular reflection into your daily routine can be as simple as keeping a journal, or even just taking a few quiet minutes before bed to think about your day. You might choose to write down 3 things you did well and 1 thing you'd like to improve on. Over time, these entries can serve as a valuable record of your personal growth and help you see how far you've come. As you make reflection a regular part of your life, consider how this practice can influence not just your personal development, but also how you interact with others. By reflecting on your interactions and your responses to various situations, you can enhance your relationships and contribute more positively to the lives of those around you. So, as we conclude, take this thought with you. Regular reflection is not just about looking back. It's a bridge to a more mindful, intentional future. Embrace it as a tool that not only enriches your understanding of yourself, but also continuously shapes you into the person you aspire to be. Live not for the applause, but for the cause, your true happiness. That's a wrap on our journey through Stoicism. Remember, these aren't just ancient ideas. They're practical tips to help you deal with everyday stress and make better decisions. Don't let this be the end of your exploration. Check out the playlist on your screen for more insights and tips. Let's keep growing together. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Remember to live not for the applause, but for the cause, your true happiness.